With threats to our nation waiting around every corner, adaptability is more important than ever. When conditions change without notice, quick strategic thinking is crucial. And with obstacles consistently impending, determination is essential in overcoming them. It's this willingness, decisiveness, and resilience that sets Marines apart. With our fighting spirit, we don't just fight battles, we win them. Marines are the constant our nation counts on to fight the unknown. And through adaptable problem solving, we do just that. Learn more at marines.com.
Survivor 46 is here, and so is On Fire, the only official Survivor podcast, and we have a twist this season. The winner of Survivor 45, Dee Valladares, will be joining us every week.
We're going behind the scenes of the biggest moments, the how and the why things happen, and the strategy and analysis you can only get from someone like me, a Survivor winner.
Listen to On Fire, the official Survivor podcast, wherever you get your podcast.
With Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to... Has anyone seen the bride and groom?
Sorry, we're here. We were getting lucky in the limo and we lost track of time.
No, Lucky Land Casino, with cash prizes that add up quicker than a guest registry.
In that case, I pronounce you lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Daily bonuses are waiting. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Welcome to Brum's the Word from Anything But Footy. We're in Birmingham for the Commonwealth Games 2022. I'm Michael.
And I'm John. Another astounding night in athletics. We thought the first night was special, but tears of joy were flowing for two of British athletics' biggest stars. Scotland's Eilish McColgan matching her mum Liz's achievements at the Commonwealth Games, and Katerina Johnson-Thompson putting the despair of Tokyo behind her by retaining her heptathlon title that she first won in Gold Coast in 2018. We'll hear from Eilish in a moment, but first KJT off the back of a PB in the javelin. Commonwealth champion again.
Yeah, no, it means the world, and especially to do it in front of a home crowd is just so special to me, and it's memories that, will stay with me for a lifetime.
And what does it mean to you after some of the challenges that you've been through with your career in recent times?
Yeah, no, it means a lot. It means that I was able to complete one and be able to respond and be competitive. I needed to do this, and I needed to get back out there. And, I've put myself out there a lot this year in different competitions, knowing that I wasn't 100% fit, but, willing to just put that work in, and to see it pay off just means a lot to me.
You're a bit tearful.
Yeah.
Why?
Just the occasion.
And tell us about the competition. I mean, as it went through over the 2 days, what were your emotions over that 48-hour period?
Yeah, steady. Everything was really steady. With the heptathlon, you've got to be able to switch off and switch it back on, and I stayed here underneath the stadium all day today and yesterday. I didn't go back to the village, and I just sort of like that peaceful, calm atmosphere between events, and then you come out to the crowd. It's just like, it's a bit crazy, but yeah, it's like I said, it's been an incredible 2 days. With
Oregon and with this, was there a target? Was there one that you thought maybe this was going to be your event?
I always aim to do well at this event. Obviously I wanted to do better in Oregon, and then just try and be competitive here. But it's sport, it's unpredictable, and I'm just happy I was able to come away with gold in one of the competitions.
And you're top of the Commonwealth, but British heptathlon is looking in pretty good shape at the minute, as far as the results here are concerned.
Yeah, 100%. And, we've even got some girls who are out injured, who could, also challenge too. So, yeah, when I retire, in a couple of years, maybe 4 years or 2 years, you've got a lot of people to root for still.
Well done, congratulations.
The women's 10,000 metres first came into the Commonwealth in 1986, and home girl Liz Lynch won it in Edinburgh. 4 years later, after getting married, she won it again. Liz McColgan defending that title. There's only been 10 gold medals given out, and now after Eilish McColgan's games record in the Alexander Stadium last night, the McColgans have won 3 of them.
Eilish, reflect on that as a evening's work.
Yeah, it's just, honestly, I can't put into words what it means. I am just over the absolute moon. I don't think I'll ever get no, sorry. Oh man, I don't think I'll ever get a moment like that in my career again. Just the crowd was just it was mad, absolutely mad. And I just called my wee granny there, just crying, so it set me off. It's really special. My third Commonwealth Games to represent I've done the steeplechase, the 1500, the 5k, and I've come 6th in all of them. And tonight I really wanted a medal. And the crowd over that last 200, that honestly it just gave me such a boost. I couldn't believe it. I felt like I just had this energy out of nowhere, and it just helped. It helped massively, and I can't put it into words. I think it'll sink in tomorrow when I wake up. I did it. I won it.
What does it mean to win the gold? Because you've got other medals, but a gold medal.
Yeah, I mean, I've had no Commonwealth medals. I have a European medal from indoors and outdoors, but my first title, and to do it at the age of 31, like, that's what I'm even more proud about. I'm getting stronger, both not only physically but just mentally as well. Like, I believe in myself now, and I think confidence for me has always been a huge thing, and I think that's just helped from, like, not only my mum and dad but my partner Michael. Like, he just believes in me. He has this utmost faith that he sees, like, glimpses of it in training, and then we've come to racing, and I've just had a bit of a tough time with whether it's illness or injury and niggles just at the wrong time, and tonight everything came together. Like, I'm so proud of the race I put together tonight. I felt like I made all the right moves. I put myself in contention, and Michael kept saying to me, at some point those ladies are going to come past you, and just keep closing the gap. And that's honestly the thing I kept reminding myself was close, stay as close as you possibly can, because he kept saying that last K, the crowd will just drag you round. Even if you're dead on your feet, the noise in the stadium will just give you that buzz, and it'll help you boost you. And that's exactly what happened. I can't explain. The last 600 metres was just a blur, and the last 200 metres was like it didn't even happen. Like, I don't think I'll ever hear a noise like that. Incredible, it really was.
Yeah, let me ask you, when you talk about things like executing race plans, strategies, processes, when does that go out the window, and then suddenly the emotion of tonight and the gold medal and the finish line getting closer and the roar kick in for you?
Yeah, I think I went through a bit of a wobble at, like, halfway, because I was leading the race. I obviously, it was a bit windy tonight as well, and I thought, God, have I gone too early? It was quite slow through the first half as well, and obviously I prefer it when the pace is quick. Like in Hengelo this year, I set the pace at 15 minutes, which was British record territory, and tonight was 15:40, so I was way off the sort of pace that I like to clip along at. And so I started to panic a little bit. I thought, God, am I just a sitting duck? Like, it happened obviously at World Champs, and I just felt like at some point people are going to come past. But I was so fired up from that to not make that mistake again, and to sort of keep as close as I possibly could, because again I knew that crowd in the last K would really get me round. And I actually had, as I said, a bit of a wobble halfway, but once I got to about 5 laps and there was the 3 of us in contention, I thought, okay, calm down now. You've got people almost doing the work for you at this point. I'm not always taking every single lap. Like, they came past, I think, at the right time, and it really just, I kept saying to myself, relax, relax, try and relax. And at 600 to go, I knew I had a medal chance. I couldn't see the big screen. That was the weirdest thing. Like, usually I kept looking up to see how many of us are away, and I had no idea. And I think running scared helped a little bit as well. I wasn't sure, and I really was determined to win a medal. But yeah, that last 600, I sort of thought I could do it. There was sort of a glimmer of hope that I could maybe stick in and do it. And the last 200, I knew I could do it. I think something just came over me, and that crowd noise, I can't put into words. It was insane. It really was.
Final one then from me. We saw you with your mum, obviously celebrating with the Saltire, and then hearing Flower of Scotland in the Alexander Stadium. What goes through your mind when all of those magical moments come together like that?
Yeah, I don't think I'll get another moment like this in my career. I'm obviously 31 now. This probably is going to be my last sort of serious track season. And even an hour before the race, my dad was like, you've got a chance tonight, like, so make the most of it. Don't finish the race thinking, I wish I'd done this, or I wish I'd made a move here. Like, do it, give yourself the best possible chance you can. So to have my mum there, and we don't get to represent Scotland very often, so to quite literally follow in her footsteps and become Commonwealth champion so many years after her, it's probably not quite sunk in just yet. And it's very rare that my family are actually here as well. Like, my dad was in the crowd, Michael, my mum. Couldn't persuade my siblings, so I've got 3 brothers and a sister, and they didn't come. But the rest of my mum and dad and everyone are here, and that's really special. Like, we don't get that very often, to actually have your support system in the crowd seeing that moment. As I said, I think this will be probably the best moment in my career, and something that I'll always look back on with really fond memories of.
Eilish confirming she'll be focusing on the road then after this summer, and she is in the London Marathon in October. We're coming to the business end of the games. The group stages ending in netball, hockey, beach volleyball and T20 cricket. And diving takes over at the Sandwell Aquatic Centre too, after Australia won 25 swimming golds and more than 40% of all the medals, with Team England in second place with 8 golds. Scotland won 12 medals, Northern Ireland 3 and Wales 2. Here's silver medalist para-swimmer Grace Harvey.
Grace, obviously you were swimming upper classification, so you must be absolutely thrilled with that silver medal.
Yeah, absolutely thrilled. Going into that event, I knew it was going to be a tough ask to challenge for a medal, but, I wanted to give it a shot. You're there to race, you're in front of a home crowd, and anything can happen on the day, so you just got to execute your race. And to come away with a silver with an English 1-2 as well, in front of a home crowd, that was special.
How much did you target wanting to be in Birmingham, wanting to be at these Commonwealth Games?
As soon as I knew it was in Birmingham, I was like, I want to make that team. I was striving every single step of the way, and I hadn't hit a qualifying time up until the last moment. I was getting really stressed because I was like, I want this. I want to put on that Team England kit. I want the opportunity to race in front of a home crowd. And when I got that selection email, I was completely made up. I was like, I've worked for this. Now I get to prove on the world stage what I'm capable of.
So tell us a bit about this classification, because obviously you're able to swim up a classification, is that correct?
Yeah, so in parasport, we compete in classes, and sometimes not every event class is included in a competition, for example, at the Commonwealth Games. So it was an SB6 event, and because my class, which is an SB5, which is a class down, meaning that I'm more impaired than those in SB6, is not included, you're able to race up, so it gives more swimmers an opportunity to compete. For me as well, I loved being an SB5 in the competition because it shows to everyone, the public, what someone with a lower impairment is able to do, and for me, it's all about the race. It doesn't matter in the day what class you're in, because you're all challenging for those 3 medals. It's who executed their race the best on the day that counts.
Now, you talked to me about executing your race, and that's a word that athletes use to me all the time, but let's talk about the emotion. When you go out there and you see the crowd and you hear the crowd, how much does the emotion kick in and the plan goes out the window?
So I knew the emotion was going to be heightened coming out, because you can hear the noise when you're in call-up. And typically I walk out for a race with my goggles on. I'm very focused, I'm thinking too much, I think, about what it is that I want to do. And I was sat there and I was like, you know what? I'm going to keep my goggles on my head. I want to come out, I want to look at the crowd, I want to hear that noise, and I want to buzz off that, I was reading all the posters we've got around the apartment. It says, a crowd at home games is unlike anything else. You want to soak it in, and I did, and I used that to my advantage.
Pretty good day for Hertfordshire at the Commonwealth Games. There was you and then Amy in the judo as well.
Yeah, I've actually known Amy since we were 13. We were both on the same gym programme, Heart Talented Athlete programme, back when we were both at school, and seeing her win her bronze as well was just incredible. And to see her this morning, we haven't seen each other for 5-6 years, and to both be at our first Commonwealth Games together is just a special moment for the both of us.
Tell us just how it all started for you then back at home.
So I started swimming lessons really early as a form of physiotherapy, and then because my parents were we don't want our kid to drown, because swimming is a very essential life skill. And then my journey into competitive sport started when I joined my local swimming club at age 9. I watched the Beijing Paralympic Games, and that was the first time I'd seen someone with a disability competing in elite sport. For me, that athlete was Liz Johnson, who actually does some of the commentary over at Swimming now. And I was like, if she can do it, why can't I? And I just got that bug for racing as soon as I had my first comp, and I knew I wanted to go to all the majors. I'm ticking them off.
So give us a shout out then to those early days, the early club coaches.
Yeah, I mean, massive shout out to Hoddesdon Swimming Club, and in particular my first coach down at Warrington, but also to Team Luton. I started training with them when I was 16, and they really helped me with my long course training, and those two clubs, they laid the foundations for me becoming the swimmer I am today.
And just finally then waking up this morning, looking at the bedside cabinet, seeing the medal there, or did you keep it under the pillow?
Oh no, right next to the bed, I was like, that's not going out of my sight, and it hadn't really sunk in yet either. Didn't get much sleep from all the caffeine high, and I was like, yeah, I did that and I'm really proud.
My name's Amy Platten. I won bronze medal at the under 48 category for judo.
Amy, I mean, obviously you win a bronze medal, that's fantastic, but I'm interested in that process of losing a semi-final and then having to sort of pick yourself up and go again. How do you sort of get yourself mentally right for that?
Well, it definitely is a challenge in judo because you have a second chance, but you just come from a loss. And we finished the preliminaries quite early, so it was about like 12 or half 12, and I had till 5 to fight for the bronze. So I really was like, right, okay, the fight's gone now, you can't go back in time, you've lost. And it was difficult because I really did come into the event thinking I could win it. But you just have to gather yourself and relax, chill out and think, right, it's not over yet. The competition's not over yet. You've still got another chance, and don't let this bronze fight, this is your fight now.
And how do you kind of prepare yourself for the fact that you are basically doing all your stuff in a one-day hit? There's no kind of process, there's no evolution of the games for you. It's one day, you start in the morning, finish in the evening.
You know what? I love it because it just means that all the stress and the emotion is in one day, whereas I feel like if it was dragged out over a few days, that's just even more emotionally draining. So I prefer the one day. Obviously, it means that you've got to be good on that day because you don't get a second chance, but I think I definitely prefer the one day.
And you talk about stress and emotion. Can you enjoy it? Have you enjoyed it?
I mean, you definitely enjoy it. Like, I'm enjoying it now. I've got the medal, so I'm obviously happy. Every morning I do think to myself when we're getting that bus from the hotel to the venue or wherever we're staying, I'm always thinking, why am I doing this to myself? Because I'm so nervous, and it doesn't get any easier. Like, the nerves are always there, no matter how big or small the competition is. I'm always nervous. So I do question why I'm doing this, but I remind myself it is my choice. So
take us back. How do you start out doing judo in St Albans?
Well, actually, my dad used to do it, and he used to always go on about this amazing sport, judo. So I was like begging him to let me start, and he actually didn't want me to start too early because he didn't want me to get bored. Couldn't be more wrong. So yeah, he just kind of got me into it, went to the local club in St Albans, and just fell in love with the sport from there.
So where was that local club? What can you tell us about it?
It was just a really small little club by like a skate park. We just went a few times, and my dad was just on the sidelines watching it, thinking, I need to, she's good at this, she's got something here. So then he just took me around all local clubs, because judo, you just need to get as many partners as possible and get, train. So just went around London, and then obviously the National Training Centre in Walsall, and just kept going there, and here I am today.
Inspired by watching the football on Sunday night?
Oh, 100%. I mean, women in sport, massive advocate for it. I've said this time and time again. And we watched it the night before, so obviously the night before I was and we all gathered outside the England block. And yeah, massive motivation for me. It was really inspirational, and I'm, so happy for the Lionesses.
Take us inside then, Sunday night. So there was a big group of you. What was the atmosphere like for Team England supporting Team England at Wembley?
Oh, it was massive. It was a massive cheer. You even had people from, like, volunteers all coming around to watch because we had a big TV. It was a really great atmosphere, actually, and it was really good, night before. That's what you want to be feeling before a competition. And
just finally then, what does it mean to you to have the bronze?
Oh, it means so much. I didn't think I was actually going to come to the Commonwealth at the start of the year. I had an injury, so everything was a bonus coming here, so to come away with a medal is just insane.
Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you. This is Brum's The Word from Anything But Footy, and do follow us as we continue to track everything happening here at the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham.
Sports Social Podcast Network.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. That should brighten your day a little. Actually, a lot. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.